outer space, in outer space, in outer space, 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 in outer space, in outer space, in outer space.
All right. Thanks for tuning into episode 0031 of the Vast Differences.
That's not how it goes.
What the? How does it start? All right. Thanks for tuning into episode 000031. I'm ThugLife.
And I'm Charity.
And this is Vast Differences.
That's not how it goes.
Gosh dang it. How does it go? We missed a week and now I have no idea what is life.
Welcome to episode 0031 of the Vast Difference Podcast. I'm ThugLife and I'm Charity. Today we're going to talk about blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Got it. All right. Thanks. Wait.
Yeah, it's too short.
Got it. All right. Welcome to episode 000031 of the Vast Differences Podcast. I'm ThugLife.
And I'm Charity. And today we're going to talk about fingernails.
But first, an advertisement from our advertiser.
If you love great barbecue, a flavorful glass of wine, or an excellent craft brew, music, and fun, all wrapped up into one event, then Hill City is the place to be for this year's 6th annual Wine, Brew, and Barbecue.
Ooh.
Join us at Hill City, South Dakota's Wine, Brew, and Barbecue, August 24th through 25th, 2018. Visit http://www.hillcitywinebrewandbbq.com for more information. You know, I always get my slashes mixed up, but I'm pretty sure people know how to do the http://.
Yeah.
Is it a backslash or is it a forward slash? It's a forward slash, right?
There's no way of knowing. But yeah, you can probably just leave that part off. Chrome and most browsers will just automatically put that in there. People they don't even have to type in the www these days.
Yeah, I just
time
like
for it.
saying it because I sound so official, and I'm like, oh yeah, look at me sounding official.
So back to day one, our OG sponsors, the Hill City, South Dakota Chamber of Commerce. I really, at first it was causing me some shame. I just felt like, how can we go from Louis Vuitton back to like some podunk town's Chamber of Commerce being our advertiser? But what I like about the Hill City, South Dakota is they have such low expectations. I mean, they don't pay much for the ad, but they don't care about the results, which Louis Vuitton cared about the results.
And it's where real people are. There's no real people at Louis Vuitton. Like, come on.
Seriously. This is the real America now.
Exactly.
Our podcast resonates with the blue-collared steel mill and coal workers. And now we've got an advertiser that's perfect for them.
Yeah. What was your topic?
It's the 31st episode, so I went with Baskin Robbins, which in Japan is just called 31 because Baskin Robbins is hard to say, so everybody just calls it 31.
Gosh, Baskin Robbins is like, to me, the best ice cream place.
Expound on that.
Well, there's Cold Stone too, but Cold Stone is like thicker to me. Baskin Robbins is like got that creamy, and it's like good and it's light, and it's But the flavors don't coincide between the countries sometimes. So, I've been in Korea for about 5 years now, besides a year off. And I've gotten addicted to the flavors here. But when I went to America to get the same flavors, they were like, oh, I tricked you. We don't have the same flavors here.
We don't have kimchi.
No, there's no kimchi flavor ice cream. God, that would be terrible.
Sorry, we don't have rotten bean.
Did you say rotten bean?
That's what they eat.
It's red bean, dude. Come on. Get your beans right. It's red bean. And red bean is like so delicious. God, it's so delicious. I need some Korean desserts
Have
now.
you ever heard of Sub-Zero ice cream? You talked about how Baskin Robbins or Cold Stone isn't quite thick enough. At Sub-Zero, it looks like a mad scientist laboratory. It's got like green lights, got dry ice. It's all smoky and stuff. It looks all like scientific and futuristic. And you specify what % of fat you want in your cream. You can go with like low fat, 1%, 2%, all the way up to like 40% fat or something like that. And they put the cream in a bowl. You tell them what flavors, they'll put it in there, and then they turn on this lever and liquid nitrogen pours into it, turns it into ice cream before your very eyes. There's nothing to not like about that. You've got a face of consternation, but it's all cool. Cool.
See, I'm like, whenever I go to a place for food, I have a thing where I just don't want it cooked in front of me. Like, I don't want to see it made. I don't want to be involved in the process. I just want to be like, I want this, and then they bring it to me, and it's done. That's probably one of the reasons that I'm not really a huge Korean barbecue fan. Like, when I go there, it's like great, and I can eat meat, and it's fun. But like, before I go there, I'm like, I don't want to go because I have to cook my own food. And if I wanted to cook my own food, I could have stayed at home. Places like that where you just have the food prepared in front of you and you have to wait for it to get hot and then you have to wait for it to get cool because I don't like to eat really hot stuff. It's just not really my thing. So this ice cream place, it sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good, but
it's
I don't want to go.
it's a legitimate point, but I mean, I feel like it's far enough along in the process to where you're just seeing the cool part. Like, you're not seeing the cow getting milked or anything like that, which would be disgusting.
Yeah.
I just share your sentiment about not wanting to know where food came from before it turns into the deliciousness.
It's not that I don't know. I want to know where it came from. I just don't really want to see the process of it being made because then I feel like I'm cooking. And like, I could have stayed home for this. When I go to the restaurant, it's like instant gratification. Well, not instant because you have to wait for it to be cooked, but you're not watching it be cooked.
I see what you mean.
I'm weird.
I'm bordering on vegetarianism, and I've like just basically become a very, very sparingly and only eat it when it's far enough removed from when it used to be a living animal that I don't have to think about it. Like, if there's like a piece of sausage on a pizza, delicious. But if I have to like take out sausage and like form it into sausage balls, then I'm like, oh, this was a pig just days ago, and I caused its suffering and torture.
Bringing the readers down, thinking about pig
sorry.
deaths now.
Okay, let's change the subject. Pigs are the worst. We should.
No, pizza is like the best thing ever. But no, I get what you're saying, and that's fair. You know, people have different eating habits, and that's fine. And as long as you don't try to force your eating habits on others, then you do what you want.
And I don't, because I mean, I'm not even consistent about it. But what I am looking forward to, and I think everybody can get on board with this, is that soon in the future, we'll have delicious meat that's molecularly identical to real meat.
Yeah.
Without ever animal having to have diets. And that's going to be cool.
I think we talked about this before, though, because it's like, yeah, it's great. And yeah, you get like save the animals and blah, blah, blah. But what about population control on areas where there's too many animals and other times where it's like the rich people will be like, this is actual cow. And no, those prices will skyrocket. But then I guess it'll lead to better animal treatment because they wanted, if they're like going to charge your arm and a leg for a piece of cow, then they're going to be like, it has to be the best cow ever if we're killing this cow to eat it when we already have meat available that's not coming from animals. The whole thing. We had a whole episode about that.
Well, at least there'll be the option. There'll be a choice for people that want.
Yeah.
So yeah, Memphis Meats. What's the other one called? The Impossible Burger.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. It's starting to get mainstream adoption. What was your topic?
My topic was something not as cool. Get it, ice cream cold. My topic was fingernails.
Do you know what fingernails on a chalkboard makes me do?
Oh God! Don't even. Why?
I scream.
Oh God. Anyways, whenever someone talks about putting, yeah, it was good. It was a good one. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Anyone talks about putting fingernails on a chalkboard, you automatically hear that sound and you automatically cringe because it's like you can feel that sound just crawling its way up the back of your neck and just like irritating your eardrums, and it's never a good thing. But yeah, fingernails are like weird because they're like these things and there's your fingers and they're like constantly growing and you constantly have to clip them, and my nails are like getting long now and there's almost time to clip them, so I'm just like fascinated because they come all the way up from the nail bed and then they turn white at the end and they're just hanging out in space and like catching things in the air and getting dirty. And then, okay, you have to wonder, so there are these things that constantly grow and you've seen people with like really long fingernails. And have you seen that guy with the longest fingernails in the world?
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, he has to carry them around in a bag and they develop into this like spongy like material and it's just like, weird. So humans are part squid.
What did you say?
I said humans are part squid.
Missed that part, squid.
Because all our tentacles are in our fingernails if we let them get long enough. But
Oh yeah,
we just
That's funny.
we just never let them grow long enough. So we'll never be able to swim like a squid. I wonder how that guy with the long fingernails will be in water.
Hmm. I don't know.
Were you about to say something about your nails?
Oh, that I've always had them very, very, very short. Bit them very short, and now when I have braces, I can't bite them anymore. But I like clip them very, very short. But my significant other was like, "Hey, I want to give you a manicure. You can let your fingernails grow out." I'm like, "Okay, this will be a fun experiment." And so I let them grow out, and to where they were kind of like extended a tiny, tiny bit past where you can see a little bit of white on them.
Yeah.
The longest they've ever been in my life. But then I kept waking up in the morning with cuts all over my body. When I washed my hair, I would cut my face. When I like scratched my leg, I would leave deep gashes in my skin, and just because my body had never been used to having something sharp there, and so whenever I scratched
Oh
it,
my
it was, really
gosh, that's super interesting.
very dangerous. We had to clip them again for my own health.
That's super interesting. Cause when you do it,
It did look really cool though, because I had like this awesome like cut across my cheek from when I washed my hair. It made me look like I got in a fight or somebody knifed me or something.
oh
Really
my
enjoyed it when I
god,
had it.
that's I never would have expected something like that. But yeah, it is different, and the way you use your fingers, the tips of your fingers are different when you have nails versus when you don't have nails.
Yeah, it's super convenient. You can do all kinds of stuff like open canisters and
What you mean when you don't have nails?
when you do have nails.
When you
All
do
of a
have
sudden
nails.
you have like an extra tool, 10 extra tools on your hands that you
Open canisters.
like Parmesan cheese canisters. That's kind of hard to get open, but then with your nail you can get some like extra leverage, get in there under the sink.
Ah, like opening plastic and stuff.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just say that?
Why didn't I just say okay, if I said, because you can open plastic and stuff.
Open things that are shrink wrapped
I guess that's better.
or are covered in plastic.
Okay, in retrospect, I should have said
No, you stay with canisters. I like that because it's just you. I'm just like, you keep doing you, but I'm going to keep being like, what?
Ooh, I got a good one. On Easter, what do you get when you accidentally pick up the wrong eggs? A basket and robins.
So there's this thing
Put
called
the real egg in your
conservation of
basket.
greatness, and we use it a lot in Ultimate Frisbee. It's like when you do something really cool, and then like the next time you try to do something really cool, you fail miserably. And it's to conserve the greatness. Like you can't spend all your greatness in one spot.
So you're telling me I shouldn't come up with another joke after that one? Because that one is great.
No, what? Oh God, no! I'm telling you that joke was the conservation of greatness part.
Okay, well let's hear you. Okay, let's hear you come up with a better Baskin Robbins or fingernail pun.
Okay, number one, let's get this straight. I'm not the pun master. Number two, my jokes come organically. You can't just say, Charity, tell me a joke, and I'll be like, oh my God.
Okay.
But you know what I really do like? I really like the Baskin Robbins symbol because the B and R also make 31. So you can be like, the sign says 31 with some like added colors, or it says BR.
What?
You didn't notice that?
Hold on, let me check this out. Baskin Robbins. I like that Google is just so forgiving. I can type any nonsense. As long as I get like 4 out of the 12 letters correct, it'll tell me. Ooh, it's a 31.
You never noticed
I've
that?
never noticed that. That's incredible.
How can you not have noticed that? Yeah. The Baskin Robbins
Oh, that's
logo is a 31
genius.
because they have 31 flavors.
It's the best logo I've seen next to FedEx.
Yeah, with the arrow.
Wow, great job, Baskin Robbins. I'm even more of a fan. I'm going to go celebrate by eating some.
I would like to eat some Baskin Robbins, but I have had too much sugar lately because I had started drinking soda again, and I never ever drink soda. And I got into it because I was like having upset stomach, and like I was drinking cider, and I drank sugar, and my face exploded because it was unhappy. And now I have to go back to not having sugar. You know, sugar is so... Okay, that's probably another topic for another time, but it is very addictive. Like, when I stopped drinking sugar, I had a headache from withdrawal symptoms. That's the word. And like I had to fight myself to like throw away the rest of my soda because I was like, what if I want some of it later? Just a little bit, only on the weekends. Okay, make a compromise. And I was like, wait a minute, Charity. This sounds like someone who is recovering from sugar addiction would say. Which is probably what I was. But yeah, so I can't get Baskin Robbins. That's the point of my story.
Yeah, no, good point. Sugar's delicious. So, what did you hear about that thief who had stolen a bunch of stuff? What he did after he got away scot-free with all the things that he had stolen? He went home to bask in his robbings.
You like honestly give me a headache sometimes.
Thanks everybody for tuning in to episode 00031 of the Vast Differences podcast. Make sure to share on your professional Instagram. I'm ThugLife.
I'm Charity.
And this was
Vast Differences. Okay, are we done? We're done. Okay, I'm pushing stop.